What's up, everybody? You are now tuned in.
Scratch that. We done missed a whole month.
Yeah.
Let's get on the right intro.
Okay, what's the right intro?
Hey!
We back in effect.
Backity back to back,
I don't know
y'all.
what this is. People do this, but
I mean, I
we
love
doing
you,
it.
I think.
Look, we gonna make it whatever we want. That's right.
Anyway,
What's
you
up?
are tuned into a new episode of Relationship Goals. We are back. We can't even tell y'all what's been going on with us. It's just been life. Life has just been slapping us. And God has just been like showing out at the same time. We have experienced losses and gains and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's been pretty, pretty much a roller coaster, but
hills and valleys.
Yeah, man, but it's been awesome too. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But we back and we got new topics.
Yeah.
And we gonna talk about it.
Yeah. So this week we posted a little sticker on our Instagram stories asking you guys, what do you guys want us to discuss?
Yeah.
One of the topics that we got was, how do you know when it's time to end a friendship with someone?
Ooh.
How do you know when it's time to sever friendships with someone? And I know this show is called Relationship Goals, but we cover all relationships, friendships, any kind of ships that you can sell that are involving two or more people. So do you want to touch on that first?
Or
you want me to
you go ahead, because mostly it's a little. Well, I guess
it's a little different.
It's a little different for guys. So you talk about the girl perspective. I'll give a guy how we.
So with women, I think that I have had to learn that you don't really have to cut people off. They'll kind of like do that themselves, especially as far as women go. And that doesn't mean there's beef or there's an issue. Just sometimes you outgrow people.
Yeah.
Sometimes your interests aren't the same at that point in your life. Like, I don't know if any of you women have friends with kids and then you don't have kids.
Yeah.
They never have time. You feel like they never have time for you. You just don't understand their perspective. Or even when your homegirl get a man and you single, like, there is a divide in that because she changes and she wants to spend time with her man. And now I'm to the point where most of my friends are married or in serious relationships. And so when I'm off and I don't have nothing to do, I want to be with him. I don't really want to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And so you really have to intentionally make time for that. And that doesn't mean that person isn't your friend anymore. You have to sever ties. Y'all just going in two different directions.
Yeah.
And that has happened to me. It hurts when you want somebody to still be in your life because y'all have 10 plus years of friendship behind you, and you just want that relationship to be what it was, but you also have to accept that it may not look that way anymore. Or then you have friends that you never talk to and y'all pick up like y'all never left.
Yeah.
But there are some friends that are gonna have a problem with the fact that you've been distant or that they haven't heard from you, and they may not consider you their friend anymore, and vice versa, and you just gotta keep it moving.
Yeah, a little bit of the end of that is kind of how guys handle the situation. I'll speak from a male's perspective. We kind of don't really cut each other off. I guess we just stop hanging around. And what's crazy is too, a lot of times too, when we actually do finally get back together, it's like we've been kicking it the whole time. So I guess guys are different. We just don't call. I mean, like if we going to play ball or guys are going to do this or that, we just don't call him. That's how we do it. Like we don't have a formal, hey man, look, bro, it's not working out. Like it's like a guy breakup. We don't have that. Like it's just we just don't hit him up no more. And we may see him in the mall, we still dap him up and like, oh, what's up, bro? And that's really it. So that's guys are pretty simple.
So y'all kind of fake.
Yeah, that's not fake. It's not fake. It's just.
I'm just playing.
I I know, but it's just like we don't have to have a whole thing.
No
like
powwow and have
no, it's just I mean, you know,
situation.
yeah, I just don't hit them up.
And back to women, I think that a lot of times actions show you that person is not where you thought they were. Like, I had a friend that, I don't know if she watches the show, but I had a friend that we were really, really close in college, and she was in my first wedding, and then just because I knew that was my friend, I hadn't talked to her in a while, but I put her in my second wedding. Well, she got married around the same time, and she didn't put me in her wedding. And I was highly offended, but then I had to think about it. I ain't really talked to her. I don't even really know her spouse like that. Like, how can I expect someone to be the same way that I am because of how I feel about her and the longevity of time? I can't just put her back in that place and expect her to put me back in the same place in her life, because it's not the same. Like we've grown apart. Things have changed. It's no love lost. I still love her. I still wish her well. She still supports me. I still support her as much as I can. And I mean, it doesn't have to be when people start showing you that their actions are kind of like not really the same, or they're not putting out the same energy that you think that you deserve, then that's your chance to step back and quit putting yourself in that predicament to where you're giving more, or you're giving something that ain't being reciprocated because it ain't really there. And you have to take inventory to, what does this relationship really look like? Like, are we really friends like that? Or because I've been knowing her since I was 10.
I think too, a lot of times too, in friendships, there's levels to friendships too. Like, everybody doesn't have to be your best friend. Like, I have a friend that I go and do this with, or I have a friend that I talk about this with, and I also have a best friend that I can use we can talk about all of those things with that one person. So it's kind of different, there's different levels to it, and I think once we understand that, you know, that'll help us kind of stay, you know, out of the offense.
Offense.
Yeah, like just being offended. Yeah, bro, being offended. All of that stuff will change whenever you actually figure out where you want that person to be in your life as far as friends go.
And also, I've dealt with this.
The bread, I gotta get that bread.
Oh Lord, you burning the bread. I was wondering what that smell was.
Dang.
Why would you? It looked good.
It does look good.
Y'all excuse us. My husband got bread in the oven.
Croissant.
Alright, so back to what we were saying. I think that also what I deal with personally is a lot of times we grow relationships with people because we're married and they're married, and so we're introduced to people that maybe they click, and me and the wife may not be necessarily on the same page, or we haven't had our breakthrough where I consider you a friend, or I want to hang out with you outside of my spouse. And that does happen too. And I found myself feeling like kind of child, like grade school, like where you're trying to fit in with a group of people or a group of women that you don't really fit in with. They aren't really your speed, and you're just doing it because you think that that's who you need to be friends with, or you think that those are people that you should be cultivating relationships with. And you don't have to force yourself. Like, this year I learned that I don't have to be in rooms where I'm not invited. If people are showing me that they don't want me there, they don't want me around, or they didn't invite me and I just inserted myself because I think that we are more than what we are, then you don't have to do that. Like, you literally can wait on your invitation from the people that God sends to you. God is not gonna, the God that I serve is not just gonna put me in a room with people that don't want me there. To say that those are my friends, or those are people that I want to be around, because I don't have no friends. So now I'm just going to force myself in these situations. And I did that for a long time, and he can attest to it. I was hurt all the time because people couldn't handle me, or they couldn't handle my light. And a lot of times I wasn't doing anything wrong. Like, I wasn't being away or giving off bad energy. People just don't always have to accept you, or they don't have to vibe with you.
Yeah.
Like, you really should accept those friendships that
it's certain people I
accept
don't
you.
vibe with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that'll make me a bad person. You know, I just don't vibe with you. We don't have a connection, and it can be a great opportunity even if we did stuff together. But I'm all about vibes. I'm all about how a person makes me feel. I'm all about how my atmosphere around me feels. Like, if I don't like that, then I'm out. Like, I can't work that way. I can't live that way. I don't want to be friends with people that make me feel that way. So I'm all about energy. I like her energy. Like, I like it. I like her. So, you know, I married her. Like, I love that about her. So that's more of my speed. So, you know, when I'm around people that I don't like that, then I'm done. Good, you better like mine. But yeah, so that's me, and I feel like that's most guys too.
Yeah.
Like guys are like, yeah, I ain't going over there. I don't really rock with that.
Yeah, I didn't vibe with
Yeah, and a lady may be like, why? Like, I had a blast, whatever. And it's like, you know, it's just it's all about vibe, all about feeling.
Yeah. And in conclusion, friendships are what they are. They can be complicated.
Yeah.
They can be complex, and sometimes you don't really know, like, should I keep this person in my life or should I cut them out? But honestly, cutting people out of your life is so taxing. It's like so unnecessary because it will literally happen on its own. It's not like I need to break up with this dude because he's sucking all the life out of me. It's not even the same. Like, friendships are like, you're gonna go through breakups, but they don't have to be a long drawn out.
Yeah.
I gotta cut you off. I gotta block your number. I gotta do all these things
and
delete your
out of my
pictures.
phone.
Like, that is so much,
Yeah,
and that is so extra. Just give people the energy that they give you. Like, if they giving you nasty energy, of course you shouldn't give nasty energy back. But if somebody is completely like deleting you, then
Let
bloop, I'm good.
Let
I'm gonna just be over here. Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm going into those rooms that I'm invited in. So
We gone.
that is our deal on friendship, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.
I enjoyed it. I just feel good to be back, man.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. We are so sorry we missed all those times.
Yeah.
We went on vacations. We did a lot of stuff.
Vacations.
But we are back, and we're going to be more consistent. We're getting a lot of mail and things from people saying, where are
We
y'all?
appreciate it.
Where y'all at? So
We
that
really
felt
do.
good, too. That people
And
are
let's get into this hair.
Lord, do y'all see it?
Supernatural Hair Company. Get with it.
Yes.
All right, we love y'all. Peace.
Peace.